our master glassworker, Lynn Labar. My name's Eli. I'll be helping Lynn. And I'm also narrating the show, answering questions you folks might come up with. If you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and ask. Now we'll start off by gathering glass out of the melting furnace. This melting furnace on this stage holds 500 pounds of glass, and the temperature is 2,100 degrees Fahrenheit. Now at 2,100 degrees, the glass glows that orange-yellow color. Now it is clear glass though. It's just glowing because of the heat. Lynn is using a wooden block to get everything nice and even off the end of the blowpipe. Now, as long as the glass is even off the end of the pipe, when he starts a bubble, it will form evenly in the glass. The way he'll do that is by just blowing a little air into the end of the pipe, trapping it in there. If you watch the glass, you'll see the air bubble come out. There it is. That's class point. What do you guys think? Our next show is in 23 minutes. Now we're gonna make a nice picture for you today, a nice tea picture. And to do that, we're gonna have to get more glass. There's not enough material there. So what we'll do is we'll cool the glass down using a little compressed air. As the glass cools, it sets up. When it hits 1,000 degrees, it's as hard as it will ever be. And that's going to protect the air bubble from collapsing on itself. And we'll just gather more glass right on top of it. This is how larger things are made. Now there's not a set amount that you get. When we're gathering glass, you can only get so much on the end. This is about as much as you can get on the first gather. Now the second gather, it's going to be a lot more, about 2 or 3 times the amount. It's a larger surface area, so you're allowed to gather up more of that glass. Now the glass has a consistency of honey in the furnace, and when it comes out, that's why we're always turning. If you stop turning, it'll fall right off the pipe. So again, using the wood block will get everything nice and even. The wood tools that we use are made of fruit wood. It's mostly apple and cherry wood. And the reason you use fruit wood, its grain pattern is very dense. So when the wood burns, it burns slow and even, nice and smooth layer of coal. Now you'll see Lynn is always dunking it into the bucket of water as well. And that really helps prolong the life of that tool. Now eventually it will burn out and you have to replace it. Usually they last around 6 months to a year. So Lynn will just continue to inflate the hot glass, and we'll use that steam pad to give the glass a little bit of shape. Now that steam pad is a felt graphite pad used for shaping. That's as close as your hand can get to touching the glass. And there's a wet washcloth inside it, that's what protects your hand from the heat. Using a set of wooden jacks, also called parchovies, Lynn's going to start to stretch out a nice long neck for the pitcher. Now we do have to create a very sharp constriction point off the end of the blowpipe in order to be able to break the glass free later in the show. So we'll switch to the steel tools, and I'll just cut this little line in. Every piece of blown glass has that line. That jack line is very important to be able to remove the glass. So we'll use a little compressed air to cool the bottom down. Very important that you cool that face. You want it to stay thicker than the rest of the glass, so you always cool that down. And now when you inflate the hot glass, the hottest points expand the furthest. Quick reheat to get everything nice and soft again. Now throughout this whole process, we're always maintaining the temperature of the glass. You have to keep it above 900 degrees. If it gets below 900 degrees, it's cooling too quickly, and it causes the glass to shatter. So Lynn's going to work the temperature back into the glass, getting it nice and soft, so you can continue to shape the glass. Does anybody have any questions at this time? I know there's